We set some good standards at the weekend, and it's important we try and replicate the good things, but try to improve too.
Nigel, how's the squad after Saturday, and what does today entail before you travel north tomorrow?
Well, I think the squad will be in good spirits. I've not seen many of them yet, but today's about assessing them again, a recovery day to make sure that if there are any knocks or strains, etc., that we're aware of it. But we didn't have any problems really in terms of injuries at the weekend, which is a positive thing as well. So today's about just getting them going again, debriefing the game and looking towards our next game against Blackburn.
When you win a game and within that have performances from quality players like Callum, Watkins, Walsh, what do you as a manager now have to consider going into the Blackburn game?
Well, I think really it's more about those players know that they have to be at their best to get back in after a performance like that. And I think that's one of the things which we need to promote here, and that is having players available means that there's better, and I said this on Saturday, better competition for places. And I like to have selection problems through having players available, not selection problems because people are missing. So it's very healthy for us. I think all three of the subs who got on will get great benefit, not just physically from getting pitch time, but psychologically for getting back into first team action. There was a really good spirit about the game on Saturday, and we were efficient too, and that's really important. But it's now about replicating all the good things.
Do you like players therefore looking over their shoulder at the competition?
Yeah, absolutely. It needs to be that way, because I think if those are the sort of circumstances that we have, it stands to reason that players know that they have to perform. And that's very important.
Two players who missed out on Saturday for the right reasons, Adam and Zach. How are they, and have they come through those concussion protocols?
Yeah, they're going to train with us today, but without heading the ball. So, with anything like that, it's really about getting it right for their longer term health, and we're very conscious of that. I think both of the players are looking forward to getting back training with the group, because they're both very positive characters, and I'm sure they felt a little bit left out at the weekend, but they are positive as well, so they're very pleased for the teammates. And I think that's also a very important aspect of how we develop the team.
Nathan Baker would have been really gagging to play on Saturday. Yep. And I suppose you have to manage him as well in terms of his eagerness to get back.
Yes, and for him now, we have to make sure his training programme really does get his final preparations for re-entering the first team action. So there's loads of games coming up, and I know we've got an international break after the next two games, but I think it really does set us up more competitively for the run-in, which is going to be important for us. So we set some good standards at the weekend, and it's important we try and replicate the good things, but try to improve too.
There are lots of games to go, 10 in fact. What do you want to see from this, fifth of the season left?
I want to see players who are motivated to win games, and if they show that sort of personal motivation, I think that what that does is sends a message about their desire to be here at the club, and also playing in a team which has healthy competition. And I think those are the types of things that we need to stress and I was going to say build on, but it's really about trying to have that message from everybody within the club. I think that's how we have a chance of developing, is to try and set high standards and try and nudge them up all the time as well. So, yeah, having a competitive instinct is very important.
As a team, we're coming up against Tony Mowbray. He's either a manager you know well, and what are you expecting from Blackburn Rovers?
Yeah, I know him very well because we're from the same era, same position on the field. Both played for Borough and captained them. He's a man I like. He's got a lot of integrity, and his side will present quite a difficult obstacle for us. So, you know, they're in need of points for the remainder of the season. So we're going to have to be ready for a very tough battle. But again, it's about looking at ourselves, and if we can put in another performance like we had at the weekend, I'll be happy about that, because it will give us a good chance of winning it.